Welcome back to Streaming Media East 2018. I'm Tim Siglin, a contributing editor with Streaming Media and the founding executive director of the not-for-profit Help Me Stream. I'm here today with Chris Allen from Red5 Pro. Chris, first of all, tell us, what is Red5 Pro?
Yeah, so we're focused primarily on ultra low latency, or actually real-time streaming at huge scale. We started the project actually back in 2005. We were the first guys to reverse engineer RTMP and created an open source project to essentially compete with the FMS or become an alternative to it. And we kind of saw the demise of Flash as an opportunity and saw a real need in the market for real-time solutions at scale. And it's turning out we were right, which is a good thing.
Sure.
So we decided to kind of go more of a licensing model, switched our business around from all services on the open source stuff to now a proprietary licensed product.
Okay, interesting. So my background, I think, as I mentioned to you earlier, was video conferencing, and for us, latencies were 70 milliseconds or lower and round trips of 250s. When you're talking about ultra low latency for streaming, what sort of latencies are you describing?
So we leverage WebRTC as the kind of edge peer endpoint, so for delivery.
Sure.
So we can get anywhere from 200 milliseconds up to about 500, depending on the distance from the edge and everything else, and other factors that are in it. But yeah, we're always under the half-second kind of range, and the use cases for this are everything from these new live trivia apps which are coming out and getting really popular. Obviously the data needs to be as close to the live stream as possible.
Right, synchronized, close. Okay.
And then we have other use cases, kind of more like military type IoT devices which need to synchronize properly.
Sure.
And then auctions, live auctions are a big one. There's kind of live broadcast wherever you have any kind of transaction with it.
So for you, it's not just about getting the latency low for somebody watching breaking news, it's getting the latency low and having the interactivity synchronized as well.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what kinds of issues, you started back in the Flash era, what kinds of issues have you seen as Flash has gone away and HTML5? We're slowly trying to get things to parity with what we had with interactivity in Flash. Are there specific areas that you found that we still have pain points where we're not quite back to where Flash was from an interactivity standpoint?
Yeah. One of the trickiest things and one of the most annoying things about the WebRTC spec is that the data channel is not guaranteed to be synchronized with the video.
Oh, wow.
So that causes all kinds of, if you need precision accuracy with that, you're not going to get it. So you have to kind of do tricks with the edge server to send timestamps back over and then delay that data channel basically
a certain amount.
Feed. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, it's like the old days of having to have your audio and video synced if you were within a venue, because the video would hit the screen before people would hear the audio.
Exactly. I think, I mean, Flash needed to go away, yes, but there were a lot of really good things with it. Particularly, it was reliable. You had a synchronized video and data stream.
Right.
And it was simple TCP stuff, which is nice. I mean, the other thing with WebRTC is we leverage UDP for it, which has its advantages, but you also, you deal with lost packets and retrying and all kinds of other stuff.
And you also deal with a lot of network architectures that aren't really friendly to UDP precisely for the reasons that, that you described. So we had Lisa Larson-Kelly earlier, who had been heavy in the Flash development community, who's now doing work with Facebook, and we were talking about sort of that similar thing where, as an industry, we had some really nice things. They were proprietary. We all want to go open source, but to get there, we're having to go through these pain points.
That's right.
Again, synchronization, as you say, other things. So what do you all bring to the table that other people who are leveraging WebRTC don't bring to the table?
Well, we have a clustering model, which basically allows you to get really huge scale with it. And you can deploy this on Azure, Google Cloud, and AWS. Most of our customers use AWS. And it auto scales for you too. So it'll spin up and spin down instances as the load kind of occurs, and you basically can install it and not worry about it. And a lot of these kind of event-driven things like the trivia apps, that's a really good thing for them because they can actually just shut the whole rig down.
Oh, nice.
And then just pull it back up right before they broadcast. That said, we also have a version of this that works on hardware.
Okay, on-premise solutions.
Yeah, exactly. And we're partnering with Limelight, and we're deploying our WebRTC solution within their network.
So in the video conferencing world, we had point-to-point, which was standard, Polycoms. And we had soft clients, which sort of were introduced into it. But we had the idea of an MCU, the multi-point control unit. Does WebRTC have something similar there as you're starting to scale many-to-many as opposed to one-to-many to allow not just interactivity within the data channel, but even from a large-scale video conferencing, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, we do have some of that functionality of being able to stitch videos together and stuff like that with a transcoder node. It's a new thing we call Cauldron.
All right.
And then you can build brews that work in it. That's kind of our little fun thing with it. And they're basically C++ programs that run native code. We've got some experiments using OpenCV and face detection with it too, which one of our customers is using for basically masking out everything but the face.
Oh, but the face.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things with that. And then we also use it for splitting the the stream into multiple bit rates, so that you can do ABR.
ABR as well. All right. Chris, appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, thank you.
We'll be right back and with our next guest.